Hi everyone, I'm Swati from India Hikes and you're watching Trek with Swati. In today's video, we're talking about the weather on the Valley of Flowers trek. Now, as most of you may know, Valley of Flowers is a monsoon trek. It is because of the monsoon rain that the flowers actually bloom. So everybody goes there in the monsoon months between July and September. But a lot of trekkers are very worried about the weather on the trek. They wonder if it's going to rain too much, is it going to be very cold? So I'm going to answer all of those doubts in today's video. Let's first start with all those questions you may have about the rain on the trek. Now here, trekkers are really worried about whether it's going to rain every day of the trek, whether it's going to rain throughout the day, is it going to be very heavy, and is it going to hamper my trek. So I want to give you a bit of a reality check here. It is a monsoon trek, so it is likely to rain on the trek. But what we've observed is that it may not rain every day on the trek. If you're going for a 4-day trek, it might rain maybe 1 or 2 days of the trek. And even then, it's not going to be very heavy rain. What we've seen is that in the past 8 years of organizing the trek, we have never had to call off the Valley of Flowers trek because of rain. It has never actually hampered trekkers. So it is likely to rain. Trekkers just wear a poncho, wear a raincoat, and they do trek in the rain. So it's really not a worry that you need to have on your mind. Having said that, you need to be equipped with all proper equipment to tackle the rain. So you definitely need a poncho, and here I want to give you a tip. Do not buy those light barsatis that you get at the base camp over there. They're usually very flimsy and they don't hold the rain. So take proper rainwear from wherever you're going and keep it with you at all times on yourself on the trek. Next, I want to talk to you about the temperatures on the trek. This is a worry trekkers have about whether it's very cold on the trek. And here I have a bit of good news for you, because Valley of Flowers is not one of our very cold treks. You actually just sleep at an altitude of around 9,500 feet and not much above that. So your place where you're sleeping, it's actually not very cold. But still, it is a Himalayan trek, so you have to prep yourself for the cold. Let me tell you about the temperatures a bit. So during the day, you can expect temperatures of around 13 to 18 degrees. This is very comfortable weather where you just wear a t-shirt or maybe one jacket and trek. When you're trekking also, you're exercising, so your body does tend to heat up. In the evenings, the temperature could drop to around 7-8 degrees, and at night it will drop further to around 3-4 degrees. So these are temperatures you should expect. Nothing you cannot manage without 3 warm layers. You need that minimum 3 warm layers. So your first layer is a woolen sweater, a light woolen sweater, don't take something heavy. Your next layer is a light fleece jacket, and on that you wear a padded jacket. All these 3 are available very light and also not very expensive these days. So you can get those, but don't go without these 3 layers. Now, once you know of these temperatures, next thing you should know is about your climb to Hemkund Sahib. And this is what trekkers miss out on. Hemkund Sahib is a climb which goes up to 14,000 feet. And I notice that trekkers over here are not very well equipped for this climb and to manage the cold on top there. Because when you're climbing up, you are pretty warm, your body is warmed up. But once you reach Hemkund Sahib, it is at 14,000 feet. You might see a few snow patches as well if you go early in the year in July. And there is this lake which is like a cold water body. So there's actually a lot of cold air around there. So you need 1 warm layer at least over there. So what I can tell you is always carry 1 padded jacket with you in your backpack. These are very light these days, so you won't feel it. So wear your padded jacket. You're likely to spend around 1.5 hours at Hemkund Sahib. So wear the jacket, and when you're coming down again, you can take it off and put it in your bag. So remember this one tip when you're going to Valley of Flowers, to carry your layers, carry your rainwear, and carry this 1 jacket on that climb, and you'll be absolutely fine. So that's all you need to know about the Valley of Flowers weather. If you have any questions, just drop in a comment and I'll help you out. You could also write to me on tws@indiahikes.com and I'll get back to you there. And make sure you hit subscribe and the bell icon next to it so that you'll be notified of more such videos. We talk about Valley of Flowers and so many other Himalayan treks, not only here but also on our social media, on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We're constantly sharing trails, tips and trek talk. So join us there. We'll be back with more soon. Thank you for watching.